We recommend the Jardin des Plantes a lot. Can you even see me at this angle? We recommend the Jardin des Plantes a lot, but I've only ever personally actually been into maybe a third of what it has to offer in the Natural History Museum. So today we're gonna correct for that, and with no better help than that of Amber. Did you know the Jardin des Plantes has multiple museums in it? I believe that the Natural, we'll ask Amber about this, but I believe the Natural Museum, can you tell that I need to take a little bit of a break? I believe the Natural History Museum is made up of the Menagerie, the Paleontology Museum, the Museum of Evolution, the Geology Museum, the Botanical Gardens, and then just the ability to walk around and enjoy the plants in the sunshine as well. And thank God this is such a long escalator because that took way too much time and energy to say. All right, let's go. Let's see what we're gonna see with Amber. But first, coffee. I'm running like 10 minutes late and Amber was already at Crible, which is a coffee shop that I recommend all the time when we're over here. Was craving it. I thought, oh, we'll skip it. But I could use a snack, a little pick me up before we go look at some rocks. Okay, so what are we gonna go into today?
We are going to the Geology Museum.
Okay.
And the greenhouses. Greenhouses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's say the Botanical Gardens to make it sound fancier.
Gardens, yes. The Botanical Gardens. Beautiful.
The museum that I've been into multiple times, which you've seen in 20 and 20s and some other things, is the Evolutionary History Museum, which has the parade of like animals on the savannah, beautiful giant galleries. The one that I really want to go into that also has galleries and a giant parade of bones is the Paleontology Museum, but they are closed, we found out, until 2027 for renovations. So we're gonna go see some rocks and some plants instead, which for the nerds among us, we'll be super into that. And if you're not, the buildings themselves are really gorgeous. But the plant, I mean, you've seen these are like unlike any greenhouses you've ever seen in general. So like, if for no other reason, just come check out the architecture. That is a big rock. Is that a geode? What is that? What were you gonna say?
It's the Geology Museum. It's small, but it's got the biggest rocks. And you can like kind of read it all. You can see it all. You get to visit it all. So it's exciting.
It's literally just this room.
Yes.
But it already feels worth it just because look at these things. What are they? I want to read about them.
Yeah, this museum, so there's 3 geology museums in Paris that I know, maybe there's more. This one is exciting because it's got the really big rocks, like huge examples of minerals and crystals. And the other ones are sort of a bit more sort of secret and hidden away. And each one has its own vibe. So you've got to visit all 3 really to get it.
Like I was saying, my grandma had one of these, but not this big. It's amazing.
Of lapis with me to show people because they use lapis to make blue, and so when you see like really bright blue paintings like from the Renaissance, they've used lapis, and these are some of the other minerals they use to make pigments, you know, the greens and the reds and the yellows. I wanted to get some of this to like show people like, oh, this is lapis and this is this, and I kept looking for it and then I found out it's deeply toxic.
So maybe don't. Careful showing that in here, they might think you stole it.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time someone's stolen something from this museum.
Hey. Wow, so cool. Yeah, that was really good. I think if you're into rocks, you're gonna love that. And if you get a ticket here, it gives you a discount at the other museums. So they all get bundled in. Speaking of meteorites, right? Is that what's going on here?
Looks like it.
Everybody's looking to find it. Every time I go out with Amber, I feel like, wow, my ignorance is on full display. Yeah, okay, this is one that we're both ignorant on as far as neither of us are geologists, but it's just that those questions like, how long did these things take to form? Like the rock that looked like snow, or the one that had tiny carrots growing out of it, or the green like Hulk toes that were in there, or like just the massive, it was interesting to see that because they put the weights as well on a lot, at least all the big ones. And to see like that massive piece of quartz weigh like a third less than the smaller one next to it. And then you're thinking about the density of it. And did they mine for this? Like, what's the value of it? I have so many questions. Anyway, I'm sure there's some geologists in the comments that are freaking out right now because we didn't do that any justice. But if you are a rock nerd, you're going to love that. And if you're a plant nerd, I think you might like what we're up to next. And while we're traipsing about in the cold, rainy mess that is Jardin des Plantes, thanks to DMae and all my patrons for making this possible and for voting on it. I may give you some crap for making me walk around in the rain, but you know I love it. I'll go wherever you guys send me, as long as it's an adventure and I get to see something new.
This was it was started by Louis XIII as a place of study for medicinal plants. And, he wasn't very well. And so its focus was originally on medicinal plants, and then it sort of expanded. And it was after the revolution, I think they opened it up to everyone. But it is really such a diverse place to come. There's a little something for everyone.
Yeah.
And the gardens itself are really beautiful. And if you ever get the opportunity to go with someone who knows about the plants and the trees, there's some really old trees, trees which are 400 years old, and in spring, beautiful. So beautiful.
The section we're walking through now, which is just like the central garden, you'll see there's still people out for a run. A lot of people will come here for a picnic, but come spring, this will be flowering. And in the winter, they do a little light show walk through Winter Wonderland. So there's always something going on here. We're probably here at the worst time for the outside portion, but it still makes for a really nice stroll and a really kind of clean vibe to the gardens for sure. And they've already squared off the trees, it looks like. The French love to square a tree. Well, let's go see some unsquared trees.
Yes.
Fermeture exceptionnel. This happens everywhere I go.
Yeah.
What is the exceptional?
What is the exception?
Exceptionally closed. It looks so planty though. I'm telling you, it's not just me, right? Or does this happen to you too, or is it just me?
No. It happens, but although it is annoying, there's always something else to do.
There's always something else to do.
You can always pivot.
The Evolutionary Museum's still open. Oh, the Paleontology Museum's right there. That's right, because there's a Space Invader on that one.
Yes.
Of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, the menagerie, if you wanted to go see the red pandas, is right there. But more or less, that's the Natural History Museum. It's one of those interesting ones because it's not just one place. It's multiple spots, which is kind of confusing if you don't know. And their website's not the best for communicating all this stuff. We kind of have found out some things last minute, and obviously this is a disappointment. We're not the only ones. A family just walked up and went, aw, right at the same time we did. But we can still go through a stroll for this outdoor botanical garden, hey?
Yeah, there's an outdoor botanical garden, and then there's an alpine garden.
Oh, the alpine garden.
Yeah. And also just the gardens, Giverny, of course. And
I have not been to Giverny either, actually.
Oh, you've never been
Let's
to
do that
Giverny?
this spring.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd like to see us go, we'll put that up for a poll over on Patreon. We are here because my patrons voted on this museum.
Yeah.
Of all the museums we could go to today. If you think you could have picked better, become a patron, and then you can vote at a certain level. I forget which level. You'll see it. And then you can make us go walk through the rain like this.
Yeah, no, Giverny is a very easy day trip.
So what's so important about this one?
There's a manège in every neighbourhood in Paris. But this one has got all the sort of animals that you'll see in the Galerie d'Evolution. It's called the Dodo Manège, but I don't know if there's a dodo. It's got all of them up here.
So these are all extinct animals?
No, they're not all extinct, so it's got elephants and lions. It's just animal beings.
Yeah, what are these things? Oh, there's the dodo. That's a good dodo. It's a little bit small. There he is. See, this is the thing. I always knew this was here, but for whatever reason, my brain didn't put together. Oh yeah, dinosaur paleontology museum. But there it is. So part of the Museum of Natural History is much more permanently closed. It's not an exceptional closure. Sadly, this one will be closed until next year. Thanks, Amber, for bringing me.
Well, thank you for bringing me. It's always so fun to be with you and discover rocks.
I always love looking at rocks with Amber. I will link to Amber below. Just reach out to her by email if you want to book a tour. She does obviously tours of the big, amazing museums you definitely want to see, but she's always a great person to have along for everything, except if you need geology expertise, she might not have that, but otherwise she's got a lot going for her. And well, honestly, she'll make you laugh either way, and you'll be better educated at the end no matter what. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my patrons for making this possible, and to you for watching. I forgot to say, I think the pre-order for my book is live. We didn't even make a big deal about that today. I'll make a video about that soon. Probably should have said something more intense about it. I'll put a link below. We'll be talking about that. Have a great day. See you tomorrow, hopefully for sunshine.